Welcome to Veridical Ed. Every major global enterprise runs on the cloud, and businesses are desperate for experts who can manage and automate their digital infrastructure. If you don't know cloud computing and DevOps in the 2026-2027 market, you are missing out on the most stable, high-paying technical contracts available. Stay locked in right here, because mastering cloud infrastructure will secure your position as an elite, high-earning independent engineer. Now, I want to really zero in on that exact mandate for a second: DevOps automation. That right there is what completely separates struggling freelancers from those elite, high-earning independent engineers we just talked about. When you truly understand this infrastructure, you hold the key that literally secures your position at the absolute top of the technical food chain. The market is evolving so rapidly, right? So staying ahead means you've got to dive deep into the actual mechanics that power the modern digital economy.
So here's our playbook for this explainer. We're going to hit the 2026 cloud ecosystem, core DevOps tools, a really practical step-by-step client workflow, monetization strategies to help you secure those enterprise retainers, and finally, we'll wrap up with an actionable automation exercise. Let's just jump right in.
All right, part one, the 2026 cloud ecosystem and scaling for the future.
100% enterprise reliance. That is literally where we're at today. I mean, gone are the days of companies maintaining these massive, dusty server rooms in the basements of their office buildings. Today, a company's entire operational lifeblood, we're talking their customer data, their applications, internal comms, transaction processing, it all lives completely in the cloud. Just think about how a major streaming service handles a massive spike in traffic during a highly anticipated season premiere. If their cloud goes down, or even if it just isn't scaled correctly to handle millions of simultaneous logins, the business effectively ceases to exist for that duration. They lose money, they lose trust, and they lose customers. This absolute reliance is exactly why the people who can architect, manage, and scale these environments hold unparalleled power in the modern market. And because of this massive reliance, mastering DevOps automation directly translates into incredibly lucrative, high-ticket freelance opportunities for you. See, when a company's entire revenue stream depends on their digital infrastructure staying online and deploying updates without breaking, they absolutely do not cut corners. They're actively out there looking for master cloud architects who can step in and guarantee stability. DevOps, which, by the way, stands for Development and Operations, is really all about removing human error from the equation entirely. When you automate their infrastructure, you aren't just saving them a few hours of manual labor, you're actively preventing catastrophic downtime. That is a massive value proposition. And when you offer that kind of value, you secure the highest ticket contracts available, period.
Moving on to part two, core DevOps tools, your modern toolkit.
Let's compare the slow, error-prone legacy manual deployments against the blistering speed of modern automated containerization. In the old days, developers would write code, toss it over the fence to an operations team, and basically just pray it worked on the production servers. Spoiler alert, it usually didn't, which meant late nights, weekend shifts, and just constant rollbacks. Fast forward to today, and a tool like Docker allows you to package an application and all its dependencies into a single standardized container. It runs exactly the same on your laptop as it does in the cloud. Then you have Kubernetes. Think of Kubernetes as the orchestra conductor for those containers. It automatically scales them up when traffic spikes and instantly replaces them if they crash. It's just self-healing, automated brilliance. Now, to connect these tools together, you have to understand CI/CD deployment pipelines. These are the automated workflows completely dominating the current market ecosystem. CI stands for continuous integration, and CD is continuous deployment. Think of it kind of like an automated assembly line for software. Whenever a developer writes new code, the CI/CD pipeline automatically catches it, tests it for bugs, builds the Docker container, and if everything passes, Kubernetes deploys it instantly to the live servers. Zero human intervention required. This right here is the secret sauce that allows major tech giants to update their applications dozens of times a day without you ever noticing a single glitch. Mastering these pipelines, it's strictly non-negotiable.
Okay, part three, the client workflow, which is your practical blueprint. So here is exactly how to handle a global client from day one. Step one, migrate legacy systems. You're going to systematically assess what outdated servers or clunky manual processes they currently use and meticulously map out the move to a modern cloud platform. Step two, configure secure cloud environments. Security absolutely cannot be an afterthought here. You'll set up the virtual networks, the firewalls, and access controls to ensure their newly migrated data is locked down tighter than a vault. And finally, step three, automate deployment workflows. You implement those CI/CD pipelines we just talked about, guaranteeing that going forward, their system updates smoothly and securely.
This simple three-step workflow, that's your golden ticket to delivering undeniable results. Which brings us to part 4, securing enterprise retainers and monetization strategies. Let's talk money. You can easily package these technical skills into totally irresistible services. The ultimate goal here is to transition away from grueling hourly consulting and step into high-value retainers. So you package cloud management, essentially becoming the guardian of their digital estate. You package infrastructure scaling, meaning you guarantee their site absolutely will not crash on Black Friday or during a massive product launch. And you package ongoing DevOps support, meaning you maintain their CI/CD pipelines so their internal developers can solely focus on writing code. Bundling these 3 pillars together means you aren't just selling your time anymore. You're selling total peace of mind, and businesses will gladly pay a massive premium on a monthly retainer for that exact peace of mind. By leveraging this automation we've been talking about, your profit margins absolutely soar on these retainers because the systems do the heavy lifting for you. Let's unpack this concept of flat fee, high-value returns. If you charge a client a flat fee of, say, several $1,000s a month to guarantee their infrastructure stays up and deploys smoothly, the client is thrilled because their problem is permanently solved. But here's why you're thrilled. Because you use Docker, Kubernetes, and CI/CD pipelines to automate everything, you aren't actually sitting at your desk for 40 hours a week managing servers. The automation does the work. You might spend just a few hours a month reviewing logs or tweaking some configurations. Because your time investment drops drastically while the value you deliver remains sky high, your effective hourly rate skyrockets. This is the ultimate financial leverage of a master cloud architect. All right, let's bring it all home with part 5, an actionable automation exercise to build your pipeline. I want to give you the exact steps to set up a basic, automated deployment pipeline using the modern cloud tools we've analyzed today. Step 1, select your tools. Pick a leading cloud platform, fire up Docker, and choose a CI/CD tool. Step 2, set up your basic pipeline stages. You're going to write the configuration file that tells the system to first test your sample code, then build the container image. Step 3, execute an automated deployment. Push a minor code change to your repository and watch the pipeline automatically trigger, test, build, and deploy your update to a live URL. Physically going through this exercise totally cements the concepts for you. It proves to you that you have the raw capability to orchestrate these modern ecosystems right from scratch. The digital infrastructure of the global economy isn't going to build itself, folks, and the 2026 to 2027 market is waiting for you. You have the blueprint, you have the tools, and you have the monetization strategy. The demand for professionals who truly understand the nuances of cloud architecture and DevOps is only climbing. So the only real question left to ask yourself is, what is stopping you from automating your first pipeline today?